lot of people would think a black football player got a farm, you know, so it's definitely something that's different.
The fruit stand is called Sweet Girl Farms, but the family business has been running for a much longer period of time than the existence of the farm stand.
When you found out that you were being drafted by the Tennessee Titans in your home state, how did that make you feel?
I was shocked, you know, I was like, what? To the Titans? I was in shock, you know, that would be that close to home.
There's a lot to consider when taking care of a farm, isn't there?
Yeah, and then a lot of the things I'm still learning along the way. That's literally what got me out of the rut. Just start to move again, start to do my own rehab, and then, yeah, just look for the opportunities that would arise from like a lot of the negative situations that were happening.
Man, I've been driving a tractor since I was young. I was probably around 8 or something like that. My dad, he can tell the way the tractor sounds, like if I'm going faster than the way he's telling me to go or something like that.
Benny, this is Liset from the farm stand. I have the purple salsa ready for pickup. I tell people, you know, if you need your therapy, come out here to the farm stand. Oh yeah, you see, those are the lemons. Yeah.
Man, it's the way to go. When I'm retired, wherever I'm at, man, I'm gonna have me a garden.
Okay, so when these are blooming, I feel that the pomegranate trees are gonna look super green, so it's gonna be a nice backdrop. The farm stand is the community hub of ideas, of dialogue, of connections, of business partnerships, of opportunities, of a lot of things. Yeah, that's what the farm stand represents to me.
Shoot, I was out here playing around, doing stuff since I was a kid, you know, so we moved down here when I was like close to 1. So this is all I ever known.
Production funding for American Grown, My Job Depends on Ag, provided by James G. Parker Insurance Associates, insuring and protecting agribusiness for over 40 years. By Gar Bennett, the Central Valley's growing experts. More yield, less water, proven results. We help growers feed the world. By Brandt Professional Agriculture, proudly discovering, manufacturing, and supplying the ag inputs that support the heroes who work hard to feed a hungry world every day. By Unwired Broadband, today's internet for rural Central California, keeping Valley agriculture connected since 2003. By Hodges Electric, proudly serving the Central Valley since 1979. By Pickett Solar, helping farmers and ranchers save money by becoming energy independent. By Harris & Co., providing family farms with the insights they need to make the best possible strategic, M&A, and financial decisions. And by Valley Air Conditioning and Repair, family owned for over 50 years, proudly featuring Coleman products, dedicated to supporting agriculture and the families that grow food for a nation.
You know, being away for 11 years now, you know, it definitely, the older you get, the more, you know, the more you just want to just kind of relax. So, I mean, you come home, it's like, it's so simple. Come on. Come on. We got about, I say we got like 45 to 50 head. You can go count them. But yeah, we're building up now. We got beef cows, so we, you know, raise the calves up, get them to like, you know, 7-8 months, take them around the tit and, you know, take them to the market. So that's what we're doing. We're focusing on that. And I mean, we're just increasing it, man. Then, you know, buying new equipment, improving the fences, and, you know, just doing things that we didn't have the funds to do, you know, 10 years ago. We got some peas. He planted some peas right here. He got bell peppers. Got your tomatoes, got squash. He said that was a voluntary squash that came up. We had some cabbage He cut them up. It's, when I'm retired, wherever I'm at, man, I'm gonna have me a garden. If it's out here somewhere, I'm gonna have me a garden, man.
When did the decision come to go to Kentucky and play football?
I got an offer from them after my junior year. We went to the state game my junior year. Did really good, had 22 tackles. And I ended up getting an offer from Kentucky. I think it was next summer, going into my senior year. They kept on recruiting me, and they got me to commit. It was like towards the end of the season of my senior year. I finally committed to them, and shoot, I was like, I'm going to Kentucky.
Let's talk about getting drafted into the NFL. So you're winding up in Kentucky. You had I'm assuming you had a great year.
Had a lot of tackles.
A lot of tackles your senior year.
I was on the field a lot.
You were on the field a lot. That's good and bad.
Yeah, good and bad.
When you found out you were being drafted by the Tennessee Titans in your home state, how'd that make you feel?
I was shocked. I was like, what? To the Titans? I was in shock. That would be that close to home. 2 hours away, man. My family could come up, at any time. My dad, his company that he worked for was literally right by the stadium. To be able to say, man, my son, is pro and he driving by there, going to the stadium, and it was really cool, man. I definitely, man, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it, man.
My full name, Liset Garcia, and I'm the operator and founder of Sweet Girl Farms. I have the purple, I have the tomatillo, and then the green one. It's a farm stand that's open year-round here in Reedley, California, and we carry different products. And so the focus is to carry all organic, no-till, regenerative grown vegetables, flowers, herbs, and fruits. And so it's a little bit of everything, and then that's sold directly at the farm stand that is on site of the same farm where we grow the majority of the things. And yeah, that's how it's taken off. Because this is where I would normally do my white sunflowers and my purple ones. Yeah, but now I have these. If I feel I can fit sunflowers out here, then I'll do it, but maybe it's not a good idea because these are permanent. This was our old vineyard, all just now tossed in a big pile of random wood. Originally, it was only just my family. So it's 4 of us, but one of our family members left to serve in the military. So now it's just 3 of us. What I'm gonna be doing is loading it up on the cart and then taking it, because this is going to hopefully become wood chips for our for part of the plot here on the farm, specifically the one directly behind the farm stand, because that's where I grow a lot of the vegetables, flowers, and herbs. And so I want to implement more water conservation methods. So I'm trying to repurpose our grapevines, still have them here at the farm, in form of wood chips, and we're gonna try to see if that project can happen. My parents are immigrants from southern Mexico, from the state of Oaxaca, and so from my understanding they came here, it was late 80s? Yeah, late 80s, something around there. And so they settled and arrived in LA, and then that's where a lot of my childhood took place, up until maybe my teenage years, when they traveled more up to the Central Valley, and for one reason or another found Reedley and settled here.
Not a lot of people would think a black football player got a farm, so it's definitely something that's different and it could, you know, really inspire some people. So, you know, that's why it's like you shouldn't withhold what all you're doing. You know, you don't have to tell the world everything, but you know, you can show people I'm doing this, and it might inspire a kid or a grown person. Like, well, man, I should start, you know, doing some more farming or something like that. So you just never know. They somewhere, I gotta find them. They back there somewhere. But they'll come up to eat. That's why my dad got bread in the gator. Cause they'll come up and eat bread right out your hand. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Come get you some. Hey, gentle, when you got food, you get good rain. I mean, summertime, like July, August, you might get some droughts for like maybe 3 or 4 weeks, no rain. But I mean, for the most part, you're gonna get a good amount of rain throughout the year.
So your supplemental feed for the cattle isn't a big thing for you. You're giving them a little cottonseed right now.
Yeah.
There's plenty of grass.
Yeah, they can graze and stuff, and shoot, it's, you know, the biggest thing is having like enough land to move them around. So like once we cut the hay out of my farm back on the highway, you know, he'll let it grow back up in this winter. They'll be able to, you know, graze about it there. So it makes it easy kind of move them around. So you don't have to feed them as much. They just kind of tend themselves. My dad, he was trying to get me to, you know, since I went pro, he's like, man, you should invest, you know, in the farm. And I was kind of like, you know. And my second year, I found one of my locker mates, one of my teammates with the Titans, Al Woods. He was, somehow, him and my dad started talking at the game. And he was, after the game, my dad told me, he said, man, your teammate Al Woods, man, they got a few hundred head down in Louisiana. I said, what? I said, really? And I went the next day, I asked him, I was like, hey man, I didn't know y'all had cows. He's like, yeah, we got a whole bunch. You know, got like 1,000 acres. And I was like, damn, I didn't realize that. And me and my dad kept on talking, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should, you know, start putting some money back into it. And so that off season, man, I bought a new tractor, bought like 10 or 12 calves, and just kind of started adding to it. And you know, 5 years later, we really like you know, bought a couple farms now, and just really like, you know, turning it, expanding it, and you know, trying to create a business. This is my property, man. I love it. I love it, man.
So the cows, they know people, right? They'll know you, but they won't know me.
They don't really know me as much anymore, because I haven't, you know, I'm in and out. So they'll be kind of looking at me crazy. Man, we had that thing since. We had that thing since probably, dang. I know it's 20 years old.
Yeah, you probably young.
I was out here this height, out here stumbling, bumbling, shoot.
You want a baby one, or do you want like a bigger quantity? The half gallon? Okay. The specialty comes in like the surprise products that we bring, because even though we grow and sell the vegetables farm fresh as is, like just meaning the actual fruit itself, I feel that we give it a twist when we bring out different presentations of it. So right now, since it's citrus season, we're doing a lot of fresh squeezed citrus juice. It's sweet, it's not tart, and it's not sour. And so that's
really strong citrusy smell.
Yeah. It has a floral-like smell that you can basically, you're eating the scent. So previous to becoming a farm girl, my upbringing was mostly in LA. Unusual in the way that it was still, like I still saw the ag and farm life, on a weekly basis, because a lot of the times my brother and I, we would go out to the farms with my parents, and we would not harvest, but we would help them pass the boxes or bring down crates and stuff, minimal things. It was odd to see that, and then, within the matter of a couple hours, be back in LA, in the big city with all the buildings and just, people not dirty like us, because we would come from the farm and we're all soiled.
I think I've followed you on Facebook and things for about 1.5 years, so it's really cool to see you after. It's wow, to see it all in person. So
are you here for the salsa as well?
No. I was mostly excited about the honey. Yeah, I love it. So, but yeah, actually I do all of that as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to try something at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll get you stocked up in a bit. Yeah, we'll get you stocked. Throughout the years, I was in and out of doing farmers markets. So throughout the years, from my graduation from UC Merced and then up until I was going to SC. I had a steady job out in LA while I was studying for my master's and then after. But during the course of a couple weeks, I suffered an accident. And then that's where both my hands got severely injured. And I had 20-something stitches, and I had lost a little bit of sensation on a few fingers, and I couldn't do much with both my hands. So with that happening, I was out there in LA with my brother, and really he was busy. So my parents decided to tell me, hey, Liset, we'll help you get back on your feet, because I was actually doing a career transition with my job. So I had left my job to move to another job, but then the accident happened. Then I was out there, not with much support. And so my parents, they're like, Liset, just come back to the farm. We're gonna take care of you while you settle back into a kind of normal lifestyle again, meaning being able to just be independent and be able to do things for myself again. When I came to the farm, that's how I got to the farm. It was because of that. Yeah, as soon as this grows out a little bit more, that's what I typically do. So if I don't have it there, I'll offer it to the customer, saying, hey, I have this today. Would you like me to get some for you? And then I do a harvest and go kind of thing.
My granddad used to, my dad said his dad wouldn't really feed the cows cottonseed because they eat too much, they can die. But it's literally just the seed from inside of a cotton hull, and it's got a lot of nutrients and stuff in it. So my dad feeds them that in the wintertime. You can grind it up with anything. I was probably 5 years old, starting, doing stuff, kids want to help. We be out there. I used to hate it though. I used to hate it. We had to get up in the morning, be out there, getting the weeds out the garden. But looking back, man, it was good, man. It taught me how to work, and you also getting good food, cause that's something that a lot of people don't get to experience, is like fresh homegrown food. And I wish I had a garden right now. It's cause I hate eating out of the store, cause the food, it tastes so different. I went to college, when I first went to college, and I was like, I had some green beans. I'm like, damn, why they taste so waxy, like crunchy? And it's just like, it don't taste the same.
So, Carl, you've got to be really, I mean, how great was it to be the one that inspired Avery to play football? And then what was it like the first time you went to his first pro game and watched him play?
Man, I was happy for him, most of all. You know, I'm just glad he was able to accomplish what he accomplished. It was a great feeling. You know, little cousin, we grew up together, you know, right around, you know, within 5-10 miles of each other. And, you know, I just love to, you know, groom him, and to see him play, you know, for the Titans it was unbelievable for everybody.
So are you from this area too?
Yeah, I live, man, a mile around the road. Born and raised right here, helped install some of the old fences. The farm, it just runs in the family. It's in our blood. And it's a great thing. Hard work, a lot of hard work. Avery can tell you that, which my son, he loves it. He's planning on majoring in ag himself. So, you know, it's a great thing. It's a great family business. You know, and we all enjoy it.
Who's that driving the tractor?
That's one of our neighbors, Mr. Bailey. So he's been working with us for like, I'd say probably 5 years now. Yeah, he's been doing a good job, man. My dad, he can tell the way the tractor sounds. Like if I'm going faster than the way he's telling me to go or something like that, he'll know with Mr. Bailey. He'll know when he coming up, if he like throttle it down or something like that, if he going too fast. Actually, I think I started learning how to rake the hay first. That's the easiest. And then I started learning how to do cutting the hay with the mower. And then the last part was baling it. Now the baler that we got now is so easy. All you gotta do is just drive. It tells you when the ball is formed, everything. But he just showed me, you know, each step.
I think it's important for farmers, for farms, for ranchers, ranches, for urban gardeners, urban farmers to survive. Looking at how the trends and lifestyles are moving, yes, with technology being more and more involved in our lives, what I see from all of that is that people are still going back to rudimentary practices. Like when I first heard of like no-till agriculture or like regenerative agriculture, to me, it wasn't a foreign thing because my parents already practice a lot of that. And to me, that comes from generations of knowledge that is rudimentary, like really basic, like no tools needed. Like literally, if that were the best way to do everything, why are so many people invested and blown away by local, organic, maintaining soil health practices? That's my big question. So I don't feel that we would let it die as humans because we're already tending to go back.
You know what I do, and it might inspire somebody else to do some farming. Sure. So, man, I'm just trying to do what I love and inspire the next generation. What you put in your body is important. So, being able to provide good food is it's important, man, and people don't understand the value of it because they never seen it. So me coming from out here, I know it, and that's something that I want to make sure that I'm, instilling in my children, and that being able to eat from the earth and it's good for your body and just everything.
So you could just like do this.
Oh, like literally just pop
and then
it.
yeah, like there it is. It's like go ahead and take it. Yeah, it's ready to it's ready to eat. It's ready to eat. Okay. All right, senors. Okay, yeah, I'll see you. Enjoy the salsa.
With a piece in my hand and bloodshot eyes, I walked to the water for a last goodbye. He begged so much, it clouded my mind. One thing's clear, the man's gotta die.
Production funding for American Grown, My Job Depends on Ag. Provided by James G. Parker Insurance Associates, insuring and protecting agribusiness for over 40 years. By Gar Bennett, the Central Valley's growing experts. More yield, less water, proven results. We help growers feed the world. By Brandt Professional Agriculture, proudly discovering, manufacturing, and supplying the ag inputs that support the heroes who work hard to feed a hungry world every day. By Unwired Broadband, today's internet for rural Central California, keeping Valley agriculture connected since 2003. By Hodges Electric, proudly serving the Central Valley since 1979. By Pickett Solar, helping farmers and ranchers save money by becoming energy independent. By Harrison Co., providing family farms with the insights they need to make the best possible strategic, M&A, and financial decisions. And by Valley Air Conditioning and Repair, family owned for over 50 years, proudly featuring Coleman products, dedicated to supporting agriculture and the families that grow food for a nation.